Traders, good morning. Doing an update on the majors. Just made some near-term sales here this morning. We've been kind of sliding sideways, guys, in this near-term range trade. Actually start with the 15-minute chart. Made some, this was kind of a real money candle here. It couldn't quite take us out of the bands on the 30-minute. Only to fall to another lower high. We didn't experience really any follow through. So I think that just shows you the state of this near-term market. I mean, any type of rally is just can't really follow through. So it just depends on how you play it. We took a little bit of a long, and then I flipped and went short. Played it from the short side again yesterday, and then this morning. You made a move back to the low support around 770 or 7,700, 7,750. We've got a double bottom there, but now we just bounced to another lower high. So all of this, you can see that we're in the southern hemisphere with pi, price below pi. So all of this is going to be tough for the market to get above near term. Again, this is a 15-minute chart. All right, let's just start from the month down. This monthly chart. So this is only the third down month, guys, within this long-term bull market. So we basically had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-month rally from the last breakout around 2000. We basically went 10x. So a 2 to 3 month reaction is very typical in a long-term bull market, and that's kind of what's been playing out. Now, obviously, that we've been talking about 6,000 is a big major level on the downside. If we break that, then absolutely there's a chance we fall back towards 3,000, maybe even as low as the 2,000 breakout, and that's essentially 100% retrace of this last move. I don't really think that's going to happen. But anything's possible, right? So our monthly cycle is still coming down. I don't think this RSI is that helpful. So this clearly this monthly cycle is kind of what's dominating. If I kind of look at the duration of this last down cycle, it was from July of 2016 to November. So 3-4 months there. We'll see if we get the same kind of duration for that monthly cycle. The weekly, we want to care about the bands here. Again, this is an area, so it's that 6,000 level on a weekly close. Weekly cycle has been moving up since the end of February. We just haven't had price really follow with it. So we're kind of still stuck between a descending 8 and the rising bands. So that's just where the price is at. We're just kind of stuck in this consolidation. The daily, we had a rollover of the cycle start the week. That was enough for us to kind of move back towards these lows. We talked about 7,300 as support, and then we got pi. We also have the major intraday lows again at the 6,000 area. So what gives us momentum on the up? The pivot is 9,000 now. This area right here. If we get above that, then maybe we can retest just shy of 12,000. And then I've been talking about 12,000 as a big picture level to give us a higher high. So how do we play it? You can sell rallies near term. Intermediate term, I'm still small hedge. I'd rather be a little bit tighter with my hedge closer to the 9,000 level. And then big picture, if we test 7,300, I'll probably nibble again longer term, and obviously at 6,000 the same thing. Litecoin I just put in the room. I'm not going to go through all the monthly cycles. It's very similar to BTC, but we're trying to hold this area. Call it 135. If Litecoin can't hold here, and let's say we get a daily close. Yesterday we didn't closed pretty much right on the spot. So if we do get another, a clear close below 135, then we should expect a retest of 100, and I'll be a buyer there. Just kind of waiting to see how price reacts. I haven't been very aggressive buying Litecoin at all. I've had a little bit of a, I don't know, I guess you could say a little bit of a fundamental shift if Litecoin network is doing as well as it appears to be doing. I think that takes the wind out of Litecoin a little bit. But anyway, we just trade the model around it. Ethereum's the one that we've been buying. When we do get to levels we like, the 450, 460 zone, we're sitting right on that major spot. So although we're kind of peeking through pi, you got to give it a little bit more room. I mean, 450, 460. Definitely a big spot. Now, some people might go back to this 400 level, which is where we broke out. I get that too. That was a big cup and handle. It was the prior major highs, and then when we broke through that, I mean, we just bounced off it a couple times, and then absolutely exploded. So, yeah. Anyway, 400 is actually pretty good support as well. So this is the only major that we've really been nibbling on consistently. If we want to look at relative value real quick, we can. Probably show us more of the same, that Ether's been cheap. Let's see. I don't really use the daily that much when I run this chart. They're all pretty much close together. I guess BTC is outperforming a little bit. We look at the 4-hour. Let's actually go to the hourly. Yeah, you can see the same thing. 15-minute chart. BTC seems to be the most firm. Nothing really sticking out there. Let's try this. Let's look at another chart here. So Ethereum versus Bitcoin. You actually have Bitcoin Cash. Looks a little bit rich. Versus BTC. 15-minute near term, they're all pretty much close to each other. This daily chart's not that helpful. Longer term, here's that Litecoin is still much stronger. I still think Ethereum on a relative value basis looks pretty cheap. But anyway, guys, I'm going to do a couple videos on some other alts here a little bit later this morning. So I hope that helps.